My name's Pirillo. I was born in Owine, Iowa. Lived here all my life, except for a time I was in service.
And I'm Virginia Pirillo, and I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota.
My parents came from the province of Cosenza, Terravecchia, town of Terravecchia. That's where my mother come from, and my dad come from a little town right near there. I think it was Lonabuco. And my dad came in 1904, and then he went back in 1920-something and married my mother. And I come along in 23. Well, imagine, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of poverty over in Italy. And they kept hearing about the United States being a very good place to live in, so they decided to take the jump and get on a boat and come over. And when they got here, most of the Italians went to Des Moines, and from Des Moines they branched out up here to Owine, because there was a lot of work up here on the railroad. Well, we had about 3 different Italian neighborhoods. On the west side was where most of the Terravecchia people went to live. And let's see now, I had 3 of them. And the Italians that came from up around Venice, a little town north of Venice, I can't remember the name of the town, they lived down east of the Catholic Church in their little community down there. And then we had the Italians that come from Abruzzi, and they lived up off of 3rd Avenue Northwest. It wasn't real easy for them because, you know, they couldn't talk American when they first got here. They had to learn that. And so it was a little tougher for them, but they made it. There was 2 Italian grocery stores on the west side. And then one of them went out of business, and the other one stayed quite a while, and that finally went out of business. In fact, Leo's restaurant right downtown here in Owine right now is a kickoff from one of the old Leo stores. And their name was Leo too, no relation. Well, it was started by my brother, actually, Dominic. He's passed away, so's my other brother. And it started out just as kind of get-togethers, you know, on a Sunday or something like that. And it kept getting a little bit bigger every year and every year. This goes back into the late 40s probably when it started. Well, they had grape stomping, and of course the bocce ball tournament that come on. In fact, we was over there today. There's really quite a group playing bocce today. More so this year than last year. And of course, just like today, it started out get together, and they'd have Italian sausage sandwiches, you know, and pop and so forth. And it just keeps going as a unit every year. Somebody takes it over. This year it was Marty Stacy took it over.
But then we walked from the cemetery, from the park over to the cemetery for Mass.
Yeah, that was a tradition, you know, like they used to do in Italy.
They used to say the prayers, you know, rosary on the way.
They'd say the rosary and all the way there from where the park is. Well, of course, I don't know, you've been over there, and the cemetery is right across the street. So it's quite a ways, you know, but then they get up to where all the Italians are buried, and they'd walk that and say the rosary all the way over.